It's Leanne.
Good
Scarlett.
evening. We're live. Good evening, everybody. You're being mean to me.
What?
Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Call of the Abyss. Again, this is a reminder, it's an 18 plus stream, so please click out now if you are below 18. Because, you know, there's gonna be curse words, sex scenes, drugs, death.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. That's not part of this game.
Anyway,
sometimes all of those things at the same time.
That's just Scarlett. I feel like one character is responsible for most of that.
True story.
Why? Okay. Anyway, for now, let's introduce our colorful cast of members. Like, starting with me, I am Scarlett Leanne, as played by Rena.
Oh, me. I am Michael. I am playing Mordecai. Laggingly crazy.
I'm just gonna pause like for a super long time because it's part of my.
He's doing it on purpose now.
Yeah.
Now it's canon.
Yeah, I'm Steve. I'm usually the storyteller over in Vancouver by night for Saturdays, but I am playing Domhnall McGregor, the Bruja, who now has this many Bowtons.
And my name is Bully, and I will be playing Toledo.
I am Lou, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. Why don't we start off with a quick recap of our last episode. In our last episode, our coterie busied themselves getting to know a few kindred in town and making unexpected friends. Toledo, Scarlett, and the other fledglings went on a little field trip commissioned by Miss Stewart to a well-known lounge by the name of Blue Velvet. There, they were introduced to the fiercely business-minded Malkavian, Bronwyn, who offered them a bit of her own hospitality. Dom and Mordecai, on the other hand, continued the Watts investigation and headed off to the Tremere Chantry, where they spoke to the regent, who shortly introduced them to one of his apprentices, Portia. Our boys then decided to take Portia along, as she seemed to possess some information that could assist greatly to their endeavors. Eventually, the coterie reconvened at the Blue Velvet and headed off to discuss more about the mysterious, powdery substance they found from the hoodlums. With Toledo quickly piecing things together from all the information they have, the group concluded that the substance in the vial was not a product of blood magic, but rather alchemy. Thin blood alchemy. We left off with our boys in the limousine and Scarlett in a rather peculiar situation with the other fledglings. And that's where we'll pick back up tonight. As Scarlett, you follow Celia along with Frankie and Brian out of the Blue Velvet. From the mezzanine, you would see Bronwyn just giving you a quick wave with a bit of a wicked smile on her face, knowing well enough that she made some great business deals tonight. As you walk out, you would notice that Portia is emerging from the limousine out at the very front, and she seems to be leaving. Before she leaves, though, she looks at you, she smiles, and she actually waits for you to come to her.
I approach Miss Portia.
Oh, hello, Miss Leanne, she says gingerly.
Hello.
How was your visit to the Blue Velvet?
It is very interesting. I did not expect things to happen.
She looks over to your coterie members, or your classmates rather, as she gives them a studying smile, but eventually her eyes snap back to yours, and she looks deeply as she says, I look forward to speaking with you again. I've heard many things about you from the other elder kindred here.
And I look forward to talking with you more.
Gives you another smile as she waves you goodbye, and she turns on her heels and leaves. Frankie, Brian, and Celia are walking over to the vehicle that you guys rented from Miss Stewart. My question to you is, are you going to go inside the limo with your coterie or unofficial coterie mates, or are you going to go in with your classmates?
I'll go to the limo. I'll go like, you guys go ahead. I'm doing something.
They all kind of just nonsensical shrug as they get in the vehicle, and you yourself
They're
open
used to
the
it.
limousine door, and you find yourself along with your 3 Vlads.
Ugh. Fuckers. Well, so that was fun. Did you guys know as I entered the limousine and then close it, did you guys know that Celia is a La Sombra? With the creepy shadow and all that?
I mean, I know now. I also know that little fucker probably got me in trouble.
Apparently, it
Speaking
was
of which,
a test.
where's the rest? I left you with the rest of the group because I'm supposed to deliver you guys back. So I'm assuming they're all safe and sound right now.
Yeah, they're in the rented car and then they're heading back to the university.
Wait, they're leaving?
Yeah.
God damn it! And yeah, Toledo's pushed his way out of the limo to run after this van before it goes.
I suppose we should follow them then.
Uh,
Unless
I don't want to go out of the limo.
No. I have no intention of leaving the limousine.
Okay.
I was thinking we should follow the class bus. Unless you're hungry.
No, I'm good. Apparently, the whole blue velvet thing was a test for both the students and for Toledo. And I don't know, maybe we failed that or
Test of what?
It's Miss Naomi, Miss Stewart, fucking Ventrus. I wasn't able to get why exactly because Celia started threatening me with the shadows.
Right there in the bar.
No, we went into the girls' bathroom. I'm not an idiot to interrogate somebody outside.
So, are we following the short bus or the class bus or whatever it is they're on?
Do we have anything else we need to do?
You all would know
think
that
so.
it's around, it's getting pretty late, so perhaps it might be time for you all to go back to your havens and rest for the day.
Ugh, back to the university.
Well, you don't have to. There's always greener pastures.
I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't stay in the university. Right? I don't know.
Who would give you trouble?
Miss Stewart. She's gonna be all up my ass again, going all Miss Leon.
I mean, if that's your thing. No judgment here.
No. Oh.
I don't think that's
I'm just
what she
saying.
means.
Everybody has a kink. So, your question then is, do you want to go back to the university? If not, where would you like to go?
Again, I don't think Miss Stewart will be happy if I leave the university grounds.
She already doesn't like you, so it's not like you're gonna make things worse.
She's a venture, right?
Yes.
Fuck her.
You're being facetious.
Like,
I got you that time.
Or...
See?
Don't want to fuck her.
That's not what I mean. Taking everything so literally, you must be new.
English is not really my first language, you know.
So,
yeah.
Where can I drop everybody?
Let's follow the limo then.
Dom, I imagine you're going to take your bike.
Yeah, I'm going to get out at this point and be like, yeah, I'm just going to go home. I'm going to take my bike. I don't have time for babysitting.
Okay. And Mordecai and Scarlett, you are left alone in the limo, and I imagine you're going to follow the school bus. Toledo, it is at this point you get
You'd like to think that.
Oh? You going somewhere else?
I mean, that's up to Scarlett.
Am I gonna get kidnapped in here?
Not in the slightest. I will drop you exactly where you want to go.
University? Because I don't want to get relocated or get into detention.
Okay. And as both of you are trying to figure out where to go, Toledo, it is at this point you get to the black van that the students are inside of. They seem to be just chatting amongst themselves. As you approach the vehicle, you would see that you could feel there's a bit of tension inside of the vehicle itself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll catch up, run up to the van, throw open the door. Assuming no one's sitting shotgun, I could get that spot back again.
Sure. Yeah. No one's sitting there. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll run up, open the door, like almost in a panic. Glad I caught them before they left. Then get calm, straighten myself a little bit, step in and close the door. Now, class. What did we learn this evening?
They all look to each other. Brian speaks up. What did we learn?
Yeah, no, I'm the teacher. I'm asking you what you learned, and now this is a part you tell. You didn't learn a single thing the whole damn night.
Brian kind of looks around. Frankie then speaks up. We learned to use boons.
We did get a lesson in boons, didn't we, Frankie? And I am sorry about that. I tried to get you out of it. You saw that, right?
She nods her head sheepishly.
Father Professor Toledo tried taking one for the team, but goddamn Alcavian wasn't having it.
I think I owe her a trivial boon or something. Yeah,
she wanted to take me. Yeah, it's whatever. But also, I mean, this wasn't a lesson about boons. This was about domains. You learned the domain stuff, right? I mean, if anything, the blue velvet, that's a domain right there. It's a haven right there. I hope you learned how some people, some of our kind, run a place like that, run a domain. And you see how fucking dangerous it is playing their games on their turf. And they like to do their power plays and whatnot. And we also, hang on a second. Where's Rena? Not Rena. Where's Scarlett?
Brian then looks around and he says, didn't she get into limo?
I'll look, because the limo's still there, right?
Well, I imagine you guys are beginning. Brian has just started, the engine, and he's starting to drive now. And you guys just pass by the limousine, and as he says this, he points like she's in there.
Yeah, I'll say, stop the van. Don't fucking move. We left as a group. We're returning as a group. I'm gonna get out of the van and run up to the limo. Open the door. Hey, come on, we're going back to school.
Okay.
It's especially important that me and you get our fucking story straight, or else both of us are probably in trouble.
Why am I included in the trouble?
Because that's how this world works. You know they can't stand your ass. You want to get a story straight with me, or you want me to go? I'll get everyone in that van to blame everything on your little ass. Is that what you want?
Yeah, no. Let's go.
Come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good night, Mr. Mordecai.
Mordecai, Dom. We got a lot more to talk about with this Porsche shit and the Tremere. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't get a job. This sucks. Come on, Scarlett.
Well, Dom is actually on his bike.
Yeah, the bike, I'm assuming, is nearby, and I'm gonna be like, I thought I was gonna teach PE.
I don't want to be cleaved in half, okay? Thank you.
No, I don't have the claws. I got the strength. There's a difference.
Punched in half?
Tear in half like Juggernaut.
No, thank you.
All right. Assuming we're back in the van.
Van.
Where was I? Another lesson we learned is that someone here is a goddamn snake. And I look right at Celia. Did everyone else in this van know this?
We only learned now that somebody
Celia,
is being
why'd you do it?
secret.
Are you even a student? Or are you just like a spy who hangs out with the students and tells on them? You a professional snitch?
She's just looking down on the ground, or just on the ground outside. She's like, just dramatically looking out the window.
Look, I get that. I love a good looking out the window dramatically moment. If there's a little rain coming down, this would be picture perfect. But doing a little real talk right now. Just me and you and this van full of people you betrayed. That's it. No pressure.
I didn't betray anyone.
You were just doing your job? Is that the excuse you're going to use?
We were supposed to learn about the domain. Nothing else.
And what exactly?
I know it.
What exactly did Miss Stewart tell you to do?
Yeah.
Well, as she instructed earlier, bring you guys to the Blue Velvet. That's it. She didn't say feed or anything like that, or conduct business. She just said, bring you there and meet.
Did you know what would happen once we were offered food?
I didn't think you guys would take the...
No, but you saw that we did. You saw me with that menu. I was pointing at all sorts of shit.
You were so eager. I didn't want to
for
say
you
anything.
guys. I wasn't even hungry. I was doing that to be cool towards you guys, setting you up with a free meal, taking you out for ice cream while we're on our field trip type of thing. You fucked me, Celia. You fucked me. It's all right, though. So you saw this all happening, and you decided to sit back and just let it... Celia, on me. Look, focus. And you decided to just let this go. You saw good old Father Professor Toledo, your
Why
buddy,
is there a father
getting into some shit. Well, because I'm a father. That's my I've earned those titles.
Pick one title. Why is there two?
Hell no. Because I earned 2 titles. I'm a professor and I'm a father. You better hope I don't get my doctorate, or I'm going to be Father Dr. Professor Toledo. I have half a mind to get one just to spite you, but I'm not that smart. That ain't true. Celia. Don't distract me, Scarlett. Celia. I want I just want to understand what's going on here. Are you even a student? Are you an actual student? Or are you just like a plant from Miss Stewart to like keep an eye on?
I'm a student at the academy, Mr. Father, Professor, Dr. Toledo.
Mister's one too many. Father, Professor Toledo. It's casual. That's fine. So you are a student. You're just like her favorite student. Like on a scale of like
Just talk to her.
you to Scarlett, you're the number one.
Just talk to her when we get there.
No. I don't want to talk to her not knowing shit, or else I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna look dumb. I'm talking to you, so I could go in there with a little bit of info. So what's your situation with her? If you were asked to do this, that's fine. I'm not gonna take it personally, and my feelings are hurt a little bit, but not. It's all right. I'm a big boy. I can handle.
She strictly said, "We're just learning about the domain, nothing else."
So she didn't put you up to that. That was your personal pleasure you got from watching us fail. You could have stepped in and be like, hey, don't do that. I would have listened to you.
Or you could have told one of us, saying like, we were just here for the domain, we shouldn't be eating. But no.
Yeah, your friend Frankie owes a boon now. How do you feel about that? You feel bad? You should.
She looks towards Frankie, and Frankie just kind of gives a shrug as she says, "I don't know, I kind of like Miss Bronwyn."
All right. So we learned a lot. We learned a lot about that some people are picking up right away on how to fuck people over. Most kindred, that comes naturally. I'm hoping it'll be different with this lot, but some of y'all are too far gone. Anything else? Anything else interesting happening? Did everyone at least have fun? All right. What, Scarlett? Everything go all right with you?
Yeah, everything went well. And then I glanced at Celia.
She's continually looking out the window.
Is that like a noticeable look towards Celia or something you're keeping on the sly?
Just look at her. Yeah, it went well. It's just a glance.
He's not that good at reading people. He probably wouldn't pick up on it. All right, well, let's remember that. When we go back and we tell Miss Stewart how things went, we can all agree you learned a lot. And that's what's important. Father Professor Toledo treated you right, and he did his job, and he got you back in one piece. What?
Nothing.
No, please. This is our time. This is our time to speak. Anyone. Scarlett, you got something to say to the class. Now's your time. Everyone pay attention. Scarlett's talking.
Everyone always pays attention when I'm talking. But no, nothing. I was just reacting to your words.
That's good. That means you're listening. And Scarlett, can I say you have come a long way, and you did great tonight. You didn't cause any trouble. They warned me about you. They said Scarlett's probably going to make a mess of everything, and you didn't. So I'm happy to report back that you were a good student.
They warned you about me.
They did.
I hate this school.
No, I'm happy to say you were a good student, just like I'm sure you're going to be happy to report that I was a great teacher. Isn't that right?
Yeah, of course. Great teacher, Father, Professor, Dr. Mr. Toledo. Why the fuck do you have so many names? Can I just call you Toledo?
Hell no, you can't call me Toledo.
Why not?
At school, did you call your teachers by their first name?
I went to Russia, so.
I know you had a school there, didn't you?
Yeah, we don't really.
What did you call your teachers?
But by their first name.
No. That's why you got the problems you got. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
There needs to be a clear boundary between authority figures and young fledglings. Saying Father Professor is a nice reminder of that. It's easy. You'll get used to it.
We just call you FPT.
All right, let's place it. FPT. I don't know.
FPT it is.
I don't know. It's better
it's
than
Father
Toledo.
Professor.
It's too long. We're calling you
Who's saying this?
Brian.
Brian,
Who's on the wheel?
Brian.
Good job.
Brian, I swear to God,
Call
I
it
thought we were
FPT.
cool, man. I thought we were cool. What'd I do to you, Brian?
I just heard it from the other students.
You gonna say everything you hear from other students? Be your own man. You think the Nosferatu Primogen got where he is by listening to other students? No. He carved his own path. Do the same. You stand out, show me a little respect, and it'll go a long way. You don't want to know what I've heard other students call you, Brian, do you? I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna say that to you. I got manners.
It's probably heard it all.
Yes, sir,
already.
FPT.
I swear, I'm gonna slice open here. All right. I'm just gonna turn on the radio, crank it up, and then I'm gonna do what Celia was doing and look dramatically out the window the rest of the ride home.
So as you turn on the radio, you hear so much static going on. There's way too much static for you to hear anything.
Why is there static on that thing? Turn it off.
No, I'm not keeping it on.
Seriously.
Just a bunch of garbled static noises coming from the radio. It almost hurts your ears.
Can I reach in and try to just like punch it, like to turn it off?
You're gonna punch?
No, not
I'll
punch.
slap your hands so hard. I see any Toreador hands get near the radio, I'm chopping them.
Okay.
If this is your type of music, I guess, Mr. FPT.
You say that, it goes up louder. And I'm just gonna keep that up the whole ride home.
All right. As this is going on, Mordecai, you're just following the bus, right? The school bus. And Dom, you're just going home at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll pause on Mordecai for
I'm
now.
gonna redirect. Go home.
Oh, you're just gonna go home. Okay. All right. Well, we'll start off with Dom as he makes his way to the south side of Chicago. Well, further down the southern end of Chicago itself, perhaps on the border. Eventually, where do you go? Do you go back to your bar, or do you go to your haven?
Check in on the bar before I head home.
Okay. You eventually arrive at the outpost. Right outside, you notice a bunch of biker, vehicles, just bikes, motorbikes outside, Harley Davidsons and the likes. They're all kind of lined up. You hear the slow rock and roll music playing inside. Seems like there's not too much going on, as it is a Monday evening. But as you walk in, you would notice there's a couple of people here. Some of your peoples, as well as the bartender, they all just seem to be chilling there. But who you do notice, which really stands out to you, is a woman who seems to be wearing a very tight, body-fitting, almost combat gear type of getup. She has long blonde hair. She seems to be incredibly beautiful. And she is slinging around on her back a large case. Looks very, very heavy and sturdy. You would see this individual up on the screen. You've never seen her before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the regular guys and be like,
all of them, and you would notice Bobby as well. All of them are just shaking their heads, almost like in fear.
Bobby, sooner or later we're gonna have that come to Jesus meeting, and then you and I are gonna,
Boss,
you don't let somebody like that just walk in without trying to figure out.
he pulls you in.
Fuck.
He kind of he doesn't pull you in, but he kind of goes up to you and he says, "Boss, I got a meeting tomorrow with one of their people.
That's fine. Wait, what do you mean? One of their people? Like one of her people?
Oh, I don't know about her, but
Jesus
the mom.
Christ, Bobby. What the hell's wrong with you? Good job on getting the meeting with the mob. However, who the hell is that?
We don't know. I tried to ask her earlier, but she said she's only here for you.
Well, if I had a bucket to fill up what you don't know, it would be probably the size of Chicago.
Awesome. You can see the seriousness in his face, as usually he has this comical grin, but he looks very concerned at the moment.
Yeah, he better be concerned. Beat his ass if he keeps fucking up like this. I'm gonna go over to the woman. Like, you guys just stay here. Try not to do anything stupid.
They nod their heads.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to her.
You can see her kind of leaning over the bar. She seems to be sipping on a glass of whiskey. She doesn't seem to have finished most of it though, as she's just like swirling it around in her hands very, very impatiently. As she turns to you, she says, "Fucking finally." She sets the glass down.
Have you been waiting for me long?
About 30 minutes.
Great. Now, please kindly explain to me, who the fuck are you?
She looks at her nails. She looks at you with her piercing green eyes as she says, "I was sent here by Anita just to check in on things."
Refresh my non-existent memory. Who's Anita again?
She's the Anarch Baron.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't answer to Anita.
We just want to know what you found out so far.
I will let you know when I find something out.
She rolls her eyes as she says, "You do know that there's a lot going on in the city, right? More so even the south side."
Yeah, I'm starting to get that. Now, if you want to deliver a message to Anita for me, you can tell her to keep her little lap dogs the fuck out of my bar.
She swirls the glass once again as she says, "I think it'd be best you don't make idle threats against us."
Oh, those aren't idle.
She swings her the case around her back kind of forward and she says, "Really, I don't understand what she sees in you or what he sees in you."
Like I was just telling a friend of mine over there, if I had a bucket to put everything you don't know into it, it'd be the size of Chicago. Now you can either walk out of here or you can be dragged out of here.
Are you trying to intimidate her?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your resolve or your manipulation and intimidation.
Fuck it, I'll throw Daunt on. Just be like, bruh, get out of my fucking bar. So intimidation and manipulation. Anything for Daunt?
Yeah, you can add your presence rating to it. And since you are in your own bar and you got your peoples with you, you can add a +1. So an additional die.
Ooh, so that's a +2. Apparently Dom is not fucking around.
Now we, I guess, are we getting into our first social combat of the game? As you turn on Dawn, this is an area of effect skill. And we've seen this happen before. And immediately all eyes kind of turn towards you, Dawn, but the moment they meet eyes on your figure, everyone begins to turn away and begins to shift out of the room, almost clearing the place out. Even Bobby himself wants to stay, but he knows who you are. He knows not to get in your way. The bartender makes his exit very quickly. But Rowena, Miss Valentine, turns to you as she herself has Daunt and activates it as well. She puts, the glass that she has in her hands shatters in this moment as she begins to almost stand up straight, looking you eye to eyes. Her body is well framed against yours, and you guys are almost the same height. She's a bit shorter, but she whips her hair around as she says, "I'd like to see you try a move, try something." And she will roll her own intimidation. Let's see this roll for her. Oh, yeah. You kind of beat her out here. But you can see her kind of flinch in this moment. Her eyes dart left and right.
Are you gonna leave? Or are we gonna have an issue?
I came here to gather info, and that's pretty much about it. Now we could be friends, but we don't have to be friends. Just know that you don't want a hunter on your ass.
We can totally be friends. I don't like it when people show up at my bar unexpected.
I just passed by here because I thought it was a good bar. Turns out it's a total shithole.
She making any move to leave?
She's beginning to wipe the shattered glass on her hands away. But she's keeping eye to eye with you.
Yeah, it probably needs a little work. Just like the anarchs.
Oh shit! Go ahead and roll your intimidation again. Oh damn!
Am I getting the +2?
Yeah, you're getting the +2.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Man, she would have walked away if you left it at that.
What makes you think in the couple sessions we've had that Dom is gonna not say anything?
My God.
Bam.
That's a messy crit too, Dom. That's a mess.
This
is gonna escalate. Yeah, what do you oh God. As you begin to feel the beast within you, Dom, you don't want her here. She's this bitch. Who the hell does she think she is? Something inside of you emerges in this moment. That brouhaha rage of yours comes forth, and you want to punch this bitch in the face, as if she walks in here like she owns the joint, and now you're here and she's acting like she's hot shit. Your beast wants you. She compels you to get violent. So, as she stares you down, she looks you in the eyes. She herself feels this moment that maybe brouhahas aren't supposed to be messed with this easily. She's anarch. She's been around brouhahas long enough to know that things can get very physical very, very quickly. And she'll have to make a roll here. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Keeping that 2 margin.
She'll shake her head, grits her teeth a little bit, and she says, "Fuck this." She begins to walk away. But
see you later, friend.
You are now facing a compulsion dom.
Most likely.
So, my question to you is: as she walks out, do you do anything physical against her, or do you just simply hold it in? Okay.
Yeah, like I think my beast has kind of established itself as the top dog in this particular area. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything physical unless she started it at this point.
As you regain your composure and you turn off Dawn, I imagine you turn off Dawn, you would notice that nobody is in the bar anymore. Everyone's cleared out and the bar is yours.
Well, yeah, the bar was mine to begin with.
I mean, the space is yours. Like, you're all by yourself.
Just had to let the new people know that, you know, you're in somebody else's territory, bitch.
Yeah. Is there anything you're going to do before you go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm just going to call Bobby and tell him, like, when, like, let him ask him when the meeting is for the mob.
Yeah. They would of course come back to the bar, and I imagine you're speaking to him. He says in a serious tone, I gotta meet with one of their guys tomorrow. Some guy. It's not an official meeting. I gotta get the ball rolling, but once I talk to him, he'll set up a meeting with the higher ups, and hopefully you can talk to them.
Yeah, I don't like the word hopefully. It's going to be a yes or a no. And if it's a no, they're not going to like my response.
I'll deliver the message, boss.
You're all right, Bobby. Occasionally.
Yeah.
Head back to the others, and he grabs a bit of money and gives it to Bobby. Head back to the others and tell them about the time you banged that chick or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He takes the money, and it's almost as if... What's an insight, actually? Go ahead and roll your what's an insight on Bobby. You can add a +1 because he's your retainer.
Alrighty, wits and insight. I will take 2 things that I haven't actually fucking rolled ever in this game before. I have insight. That's amazing.
All right, let's see that roll.
It's probably like no successes.
2 successes.
Oh shit.
Okay, with 2 successes, Bobby isn't himself. He's kind of a funny, kind of idiotic guy, but you can see real concern in his face. You don't know what he's concerned about or why he's acting like this, but there might be something going on with Bobby.
I put my hand on his shoulder and it's like, Bobby, chill the fuck out.
Boss.
What is wrong?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I'll let you know how things go tomorrow.
Jesus Christ, Bobby.
Hey, man,
You're gonna answer me.
You told me to stop being squirrely.
Yeah, I'm gonna, push my thumb into his shoulder ever so slightly,
Ow.
You're gonna answer me, or we're gonna have words.
Ow, fuck. All right, boss, shit. Tomorrow, I'm just nervous for tomorrow, all right? We never dealt with the mafia before.
Bring a couple of the guys and make sure that you got backup.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for how long now?
Yeah, but I got a weird feeling about this, boss. Something isn't right.
Just make sure you got a bunch of backup and make sure that there's a perimeter set just in case. Make sure that you got people on rooftops that can call me if needed.
Yeah. We already talked about it. We already talked about it with the boys.
And I grab him by the shoulders, and I'm like, just remember, Bobby, you are my number one guy.
For the first time tonight, his eyes light up, and a genuine smile crosses his face. And he says, Yeah, thanks, boss.
I got faith in you. Take care of it. Set up the other meeting. Chances are there's some kind of kindred or, I don't know, werewolf made shit going on in the upper levels of the drug trade. Just make sure that we can get in there and make sure that this area is ours.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, hell yeah. With you, boss. This is why the boys like you, boss. Yeah. You got goals. You got ambitions. Yeah. We'll figure things out. Yeah. We'll call you if anything.
All right. You get to work. And I'm just gonna leave.
Imagine you head back to your haven and go to sleep. Okay. We'll bounce the camera over to Mordecai after this heartfelt moment between Dom and Bobby. With Mordecai, you eventually reach your haven, your mansion, rather, your Hollywood mansion, and you are immediately greeted by Alexia, if I remember correctly, as she gives you a very warm embrace.
Darling. Any calls?
Oh, no, just the regular visitors here, regular clientele. I believe there was a gentleman that stopped by earlier. I believe he's from the Chicago Police Department.
Oh, yes. I invited him. He's fine.
Are you sure it's safe to have him around?
Oh, yes, it's quite safe. He and I are friends, you see.
She nods her head agreeably as she hugs you even tighter.
But just be sure, keep some ears open. Everyone says something that they will eventually regret later.
She nods her head. I have ordered the package for the academy.
Feel free to send that. Get that there.
Oh, yes, it will be delivered tomorrow.
Discreetly. I mean, no one needs to know it's being delivered.
Of course, Master, she says as she bows to you once again. Is there anything else you'd like for the evening? Are you hungry?
No. I ate out at I can't remember the name of the bar. The Blue
Velvet.
Velvet. Yes, the Velvet. It popped up there. I probably shouldn't have. I mean, her price is a little steep sometimes. But I was putting on a show, I guess, for all these little children that Toledo has been mother goosing. So.
Oh, speaking of...
The play's the thing.
You notice that she's staring at your wrist and your neck in this moment. If you remember correctly, she's becoming addicted to your blood and...
Darling, I'd forgotten. Offer a pinky.
A pinky? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I imagine you bite down on it to cut a little bit of it open.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
And then, and she immediately takes it like a junkie, and she begins to suck on your pinky rather ferociously in this moment, as she begins to taste your vitae, and
I will sneak in up to here, bite my own hand. And if I can, sort of sneak in almost like a biting kiss and bite her lip as well. Sort of the whole thing mingles. Give her a little kiss. Let her feed.
You can tell immediately she is absolutely enamored by this action. She puts her hands around you and she grabs onto you tightly as she begins to feed on your vitae. It's almost very, very intimate for you. And her especially her, as the second time she's fed upon your blood takes hold. You can feel that transformation begin to take place. You know that it's just one more time. It just needs one more time before she becomes completely yours as a ghoul. But after this, she pulls away a bit of the ecstasy in her eyes as she is dazed in the moment. She falls down on a couch as she sits, and that feeling lingers within her. What do you do, Mordecai, now that you are free?
Take a stroll. Admire the patrons of my
Of course, we see
sort of drink it all in.
we see Mordecai once again go up his like semicircular staircase and go up to the second
Sort
floor.
of Jesus-like, just sort of absorbing it all in through my hands.
Outstretches his arms as lots and lots of people around you are butt-ass naked, and they're doing all sorts of things in compromising positions. And you hear the moaning and groaning of all the patrons of your group. Some of them tied up, some of them not tied up. But it's all sorts of things going on here, and you take it all in, Mordecai. You are reminded once again that this is the life you've been living.
I'm a lion in my own den.
Is there anything
Everywhere else, I'm completely useless. But here I am king.
You are the king of
right.
your own place.
Yeah, no, that's it. Let Alexia know that I'll be retiring for the evening, the rest of the evening, to make sure that the phone gets where it needs to go.
She actually follows you into the bedroom.
That's fair.
And
She'll be awake before me.
she, of course, offers herself to you in, any way you want. And I imagine you do the thing that you do, that
Who
you
am I
are
to deny
good at.
someone a basic pleasure?
We see this ministry member completely in his element, as he himself loves corruption. Things like this are what you live for, Mordecai. As we fade to black, bounce over to Stuart Freeman Academy as we rewind time just a tiny bit for Scarlett and Toledo to get back to Miss Stewart's private library. She seems to be just waiting there patiently. She's speaking with a few students, but eventually those students, Kathleen namely, walk out and both of you walk in.
Well, Miss Stewart, everything went swimmingly. Very little to report. Lessons learned. They learned a lot about the domain. That was a really interesting place you had us visit. Great teaching moments. I even sort of fell on the sword, so to speak. Took one for the team to show them how some negotiations go when you exchange favors in someone's domain.
Excellent. Most excellent indeed. Did you, by any chance, come across Chester?
No, we did not. Why? Is he missing?
Hasn't shown up tonight at all. Missed his classes. But
I know Scarlett was sweet on him. Scarlett, you know where he is?
No. I tried to look for him earlier, but he wasn't in his room.
no matter, it will be handled properly. Miss Leanne, I hope your visit to Miss Bronwyn's domain was most exciting.
It was quite fun. I learned a lot.
Scarlett here actually was a real standout during that trip. Really put herself out there, so to speak, and I think she's showing some real potential. I could see her graduating and being out of here in no time.
She nods, but she's a bit distracted at the moment. He knows that she's not fully in the conversation.
Can I try to...
Then on your mind?
Insight this?
Okay, if you want to, wits and insight. But lots of business to take care of, Miss Father Toledo.
Never mind.
Anything you need help with?
None for now, Father Trino, but I will, of course, let you know when your skills are needed.
Would you like us to help you look for Chester? I mean, I can ask around with the other students.
I appreciate that, Miss Leanne, but I already have some people out looking for him and the others.
Right?
Others?
Some of the other Thin Bloods, rather Duskborn, did not attend class this evening.
That is quite concerning considering the events in the Elysium.
Yes. Yes, indeed. But if you'll excuse me, I have to make a few more calls. I bid you two a good evening. I will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We have to go over some more things regarding domain.
All right. You have a good evening. And if you do find anything out about any of the missing Thin Bloods, please let me know. I unfortunately believe I'm all connected to this Colin business.
Of course, Father Toledo. Once again, have a good evening. She walks out.
How much time do we have left in the night?
It's around 4 o'clock at this point.
Turn to Scarlett. Reach out to any of your friends, especially if you know anyone that can hang out during the day. See if they can find what's happening to your schoolmates.
The Thin Bloods don't really like me after, you all ruined my reputation. Hanging out, being a snitch with all this elderly kindred.
Would it surprise you to find out that Colin was a Thin Blood, right?
Yes.
Would it surprise you to find out that he didn't like you before I even met you? Because I spoke to Colin before showing up at the school, and he couldn't stand you. Most of them can't. Okay, yeah, I'm sure it's my fault. Your reputation's ruined. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. But if you don't find anything out, you might have to bring out the tricks and follow the trail. We'll see. We'll see if I find anything out with this powder. If not, they might be in trouble, and they might lead us to the source of the trouble.
If the Thin Bloods are missing, we might encounter more of those.
Yeah. So tomorrow, get ready to get rough if we need to. I'll see you then.
Because I have to keep Dom's jacket now.
Yeah, it helps.
Again.
I will
like this second day in a row.
take my leave.
Alright. Have a good
camera.
evening, Mr. Toledo.
The camera sticks with Scarlett in this moment as the both of you kind of walk out. Scarlett, is there any last minute things you'd like to do before you go to sleep?
Who are the other Thin Bloods in our group? Kathleen is there, right?
In your class, it's Kathleen and Chester. However, you don't really know the other Thin Bloods.
I wonder if Frankie made friends with the other Thin Bloods. Though, No, I will actually go to Celia, knock on her door, and try to apologize for my actions earlier.
Okay. You knock on her door. There's no answer.
Celia, are you there? Knock again.
Knock once more. No answer.
Is it open? Is the room unlocked?
You can force it open if you want.
No.
I heard they had termite problems in this dormitory.
No, it's okay. I actually just turn on my heels and then go to Brian.
Okay.
Brian's room.
Yeah, you knock on his door. You hear the shuffling movements inside as he cracks the door open, peeks out with one eye, and he just notices it notices you, and he says, "Oh," and he kind of opens it.
Yeah, Brian, and then I step into his rooms because I don't want people eavesdropping. Do you have any information about the other Teen Bloods that are gone? According to Miss Stewart, they didn't go to class earlier. I don't know if you've been talking to the other Teen Bloods or not, because
I
they're
thought
not.
you didn't like them.
They can be useful at times.
I don't know, man. We just got back from the field trip. I don't know anything.
But can you keep an ear out?
Hey, what happened to you and the other girls? They seem to be, I don't know. I felt this weird vibe in the car.
It's I asked questions and I think I pushed it too far. And I think Celia hates
You're having
me.
girl time right now in Frankie's room.
Oh. Okay.
I wasn't invited. That's kind of rude.
Well, let's go then. I wasn't invited either. I guess we're gate crashing this girl time.
Well, we were with the father professor, FPT.
He's old. He's trying too hard to, to get to know us. It's a bit awkward. Especially
I kind of like him.
No. Really? He's a bit weird.
Yeah, all
I
teachers
just-
are pretty cool.
As I gesture to go to Frankie's room, yeah, I guess they are pretty cool, but I don't really trust older kindred. You know what happened to us. I know who we can trust.
I think Miss Stewart is looking out for us. But yeah, you knock on Frankie's door. You hear shuffling inside. Eventually, the doors open, and you would see Celia and Frankie there. Celia seems to be just sitting on Frankie's bed. They seem to be just having a conversation. If they could listen to music, they would be listening to music, but because of the static, just absolutely silence there. As Frankie opens the door, the snake around her neck kind of hisses at you.
I came to apologize. Is it
Frankie
okay
looks over to
if we
Celia.
join you? Then I point at Brian.
Frankie says, sure. She lets you all in. And the four of you reconvene here in her room.
Listen, Celia, I came here to apologize. I pushed you too far with the questioning. And I should have listened to you.
She just nods her head. As you can see in her left hand, she's holding a rosary.
Are you very religious? Well, religion is not really big in Russia, but we do have our beliefs.
I think it's kind of cool what she did, Frankie says.
Yeah, but it kind of reminds me of Russia. And
We were just talking about how if we can learn that. I like the way she did the shadows. Yeah, that was kind of cool too.
Yeah, how can we learn that?
Celia then looks to the left, looks to the right, as if she's almost acting very suspiciously. I heard you can learn other skills from other people by drinking their blood.
I mean, I'm game to learn that. That's pretty handy.
We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to.
I mean,
That's
who would
bad.
know? Who would know? Like, Brian, can you hear anybody outside? Like, make sure perimeter is.
Yeah, he like puts his ear against the door, listening in. He says, "Wait, are we supposed to do this? We're not supposed to do this, right?"
When did we care about the rules? Then again, we do care about the rules. But it's college, it's university, it's fine. You do weird things.
So how do we do this? Do we just like drink each other's blood, or?
Isn't that a bit weird? How the fuck does this? How do we?
I mean, we saw you try to do that
Yeah, but
before.
yeah. Isn't there a way to like? What
Did you drink Frankie's blood?
Yeah, so we just bite each other. Is that it? I don't know how this works.
A big smile like comes across Brian's face as you say those words. Yeah, that sounds exciting.
There must be. Celia, what do you suggest?
Here, she says. Do you have like a bowl or something?
Yeah,
Like,
I guess. Frankie, you
big
have a
cup?
bowl. Yeah.
Frankie produces a bowl, and she hands it over to Celia. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I heard from a book that you can maybe share people's blood.
I guess.
Are you guys sure about this? I mean,
Yeah.
I can teach you guys how to.
I've already like. You have any sharp thing? Actually, like just use my feet to like cut open my palm and then just bleed into the bowl. Like
What are you doing, Scarlett?
what?
What are you? Like Frankie and Brian look to each other as they don't know what's going on. And Celia just kind of does the same thing. She bites into her wrist as she lets a bit of her blood down on the bowl. What? Are we supposed to do this?
We're gonna get caught if you guys.
I thought we were supposed to. Where's the biting? I thought we were gonna bite into each other.
Oh, if you want to bite me, I mean, if that's what you wanted,
I
you should have
mean,
just asked, Brian.
well, is that how it works? Is that how you teach people? You just bite someone?
I don't know how it works. It was Celia's idea.
Shut up!
So.
Shut up! She says as she just finishes doing the thing and she licks her wrist and she just passes the bowl over.
Just do that thing and then.
Do I put my blood in as well? This is some weird fruit punch. Looks like a weird fruit punch. Why is your color? Why is the color of the blood so dark? Is this like? Do you guys have like STDs or something?
What the fuck? This vampire STDs?
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works either. Don't ask me.
Do I put my blood in or? I don't like this. This is weird. I think I'm gonna go.
Actually, I grab like Brian's hand and go like, come on, we started this.
I don't know about this, Scarlett. This seems
Do you want me
bad.
to bite you?
He freezes in this moment as he kind of hesitates and thinks to himself like what to do.
I put like his hand like right near my face and like gesturing to like bite into it.
Scarlett, I think this is wrong. Frankie says, what are you doing?
Brian?
Go ahead and roll your charisma, or manipulation and your persuasion.
Does good looks apply?
Yes, good looks apply here. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god, oh my god, you're gonna. Brian is enamored by you in this moment. You've seen this look before. You know how to seduce people, and Brian is all puppy eyes right now at your will, and he does whatever you ask him to do. What do you want him to do in this moment?
I guess like I don't want it to be weird. It's just me and Celia doing the weird thing. Like,
so no biting.
I'll bite his hand just so it can bleed.
Okay. You're just gonna. Oh my god! What the fuck is going on? And he just. All right. Frankie is, of course, peer pressured into doing this, and you all now have a whole bowl full of blood. It's darker than it should be for some reason, but Celia says she actually is praying in this moment. She, knowing them well enough that you guys aren't supposed to do this, and she holds the rosary very close to her heart as she, kind of rolls the beads around her fingers. But Brian says, fuck it. He kind of takes a big gulp of the bowl, and he passes it over as he says, God, what the fuck? And he passes it over to Frankie. She does the same, very hesitantly, but she eventually manages courage to drink. And she passes the bowl over to you, Scarlett.
Look down at the blood, look at them. Oh god, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And then just like take a gulp and then pass it to Celia. Like,
roll me a 4d10, 3d10.
3d10.
Okay. And as you pass it over, Celia drinks as well. Scarlett, you feel this is completely different. There is something about this that feels wrong and right at the same time. Kindred vitae, you've tasted it before, but there is abundance here, and there's all sorts of flavors going on. It feels dark but familiar. There's something within you right now that's telling you that this is how it's supposed to be with them. You feel this emotion that you've never felt before, this closeness begin to form, especially with Celia as you roll a 9 for her. You immediately feel regret for threatening her earlier, and you just want to be with her in this moment. You want to be intimate with her. For Brian, you only got a 3 on him, so you still feel close to him, but a bit closer now. Frankie, on the other hand, you want to be around her as well. You want to be physically in touch with her, and she's almost like your close friend now. But Celia, on the other hand, she is your best friend in this moment, as she too feels the same way. In this moment, this Voldery you guys just performed. Oh God. You are now mechanically, you've just shared a communal bond with your classmates. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but in the back of your head, this doesn't feel right. Like you're not supposed to do this. But as you as Celia takes the final gulp, and you all clean the bowl, you all share this look of closeness to each other, this bond.
I guess this is what kindred sleepovers are like.
Celia looks over to you and she says, I forgive you, Scarlett. Please don't do that again.
I won't. Don't worry. You're like family to me.
You can see Brian in this moment. You see his eye, his back kind of flutter a bit of shadows as he says, holy shit. This feels weird, man.
Okay. Well, so we drink a bit of blood and then we learn the discipline. Is that how it works?
I'm out of here, he says as he kind of turns on his heels and exits the room immediately. Frankie says, I feel like Miss Stewart, we're gonna get in trouble. Please, I want to be alone right now.
Yeah, we will. Bye. Let's
Out,
go.
out,
Let's
please,
go, Celia.
out.
Let's go. This is weird.
As you walk out of the room, Celia just doesn't. She turns towards you. She actually hugs you in this moment, and she says, "I forgive you." Once again, before she turns on her heels and walks back to her room.
That was very interesting. I go back to my room, and I guess I'm gonna retire for the night.
Maybe sit on and meditate on whatever you guys
I have
just
to
did.
figure out whatever the fuck this just happened and process whatever this new feeling is.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. So as you lay there in bed, perhaps pondering on what just happened, you feel the darkness slowly overtake you. Everything around you becomes dark. It dissipates into shadows, and you find yourself in an empty room full of darkness. As you open your eyes, right across from you, you would see a spotlight turn on and shine upon a figure. In this figure, you would notice that she's wearing a leather jacket, black top, some jeans, and a red band over her head. You see the face is blank, completely blank. But she waves to you.
I wave back.
You approach
Yes.
this visage.
I approach the visage.
As you do, you would notice that the shadows are pooling around this figure of yourself. But further down, past this image, you see shadows kind of rippling out in the distance. There seems to be a disturbance in the force. There's disturbance in whatever atmosphere there is behind this figure, but you can't quite tell. Maybe it's a warning, maybe it's a symbolism of some sort, but there just seems to be something off about this place and this reflection of you. You don't know what it is. But this figure holds its hands up to you once again. Its left hand raised up as so. And you can feel yourself mimic it as you raise your right hand to meet its. And just as the both of you are about to touch, you find yourself awaken for the next evening.
Weird dream. I've been having weird dreams before.
You would notice the room is unnaturally dark.
I guess is this part of the new abilities? Maybe I think. I guess I do my normal routine and try to shake off the feeling of the weird new disciplines that's going around my body.
Mechanically, if you want to purchase any disciplines between fortitude, protean, obfuscate, potence, oblivion, you can easily do so at the out of clan cost. Or animalism as well. Go ahead and roll your rouse check for the evening. Actually, everyone roll your rouse checks, as it is a new night.
I always fail this. Fucking.
I can't believe this is happening.
Hey, I was not the one who... I have no idea what was going on. I was just following along Celia's and Frankie saying, like, let's learn new discipline. Oh. It was so confusing. I guess college experimentation.
All right, Scarlett and Mordecai. Yeah, as you... Perhaps this is why you awakened, is because the beast within you is stirring. Even if you drank a bit of blood last night, it wants more. You've never tasted kindred vitae as sweet, as ecstatic as that of which you shared last night, but the beast within you, it craves that, and it wants you to eat more of whatever delicious substance that was. But yeah, as you awaken, what do you do? Is there any morning ritual you'd like to proceed with, or?
Just the normal, and then go out early and see if, any teen bloods are around. That if Chester came back to his room or he's still missing.
As you look around your room, you would notice that there is a... Well, actually, you don't notice it until you go outside, but as you open your room, your door, you would notice that there is a package outside for you.
What the fuck is this? I grab... Oh, is it a bomb? I use my toe to kick it away for a bit, and then tiptoe around it, because this is not the first time that I've received threats.
It's a discreetly packed
yeah,
kind of
that's even
container.
worse. I don't know.
Unless Mordecai, you instructed any notes to be put on it or a letter. It's just blank.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Did you put any notes on it, Mordecai? Did you ask Alexia to put a letter or a smiley face or at least anything on it?
Basically, a note basically saying something along the lines of, because you're so hard to get a hold of. And I put the ringtone to Temptation by the Tea Party.
Okay.
Just because.
Okay. Well, if you open the package, you would see that note, and you would notice that there is a smartphone inside.
Ugh. Really? I mean, Russia likes Nokia phones better. I just put it on my back pocket and forget about it.
Okay. All right then.
Don't like smartphone. They're very pretentious.
Okay. All right. And we'll pause the scene here for Scarlett as she awakens, sort of like a new kindred. And we'll bounce the camera over to Toledo. Actually, let's rewind time just a tiny bit, as we forgot to do a bit of Toledo's late morning rituals. So yeah, as you get home, Toledo, what is it that you have any plans for the evening? Sister Isidora is in your Haven room.
Yeah, I would just check with her. I asked her to spend the evening looking into the substance they collected. So see if she found anything out about that.
Yeah. She would turn to you as she says, I've never encountered anything like this before. It seems very concentrated. I don't think this is any form of blood sorcery.
Yeah, it's some thin blood shit. What do you think would happen if one were to consume it?
I wouldn't suggest it, but I'm not kindred. Might have
I'm
different
wondering.
effects.
The thin bloods were taking it. And I saw what happened to them eventually, but I wonder. All right. Anything else about it though?
Not that
That's fine.
I can.
I think
That girl came by. A girl came by earlier.
what girl?
Dark hair and very modestly dressed in black. She seemed to be very
Does that
hurt.
ring any bells for me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Did you talk to her?
She simply spoke with Minister Thomas. A bit of prayers was held, and then she left. Perhaps she came here because of Colin.
Yeah, she was friends with Colin. She needs guidance. That's for sure. I don't want what happened to Colin happening to her. If she comes again, please look after her if you can. Speaking of Minister Thomas, I should sit down with him one of these days. How do you feel about him so far? You treating you right?
He seems very confident in his abilities to lead here.
You set this whole thing up for me to be here. Is he in the know, or is he part of the old club?
It seems that way. I haven't had much chance to study him, but he doesn't seem to mind the presence of
Okay. I'll have to have a sit down with him soon. Tomorrow, I think some of this business is starting to come to a close, and I think it ain't gonna go down quietly. I've been practicing, praying. I think I'm ready to try something out that we might need. I hope I don't, but we might. Here, I'm gonna go over and show her some of my notes. If you could get everything I need prepared when we wake up tomorrow, including if you can get some blood bags. We're going to attempt this ritual tomorrow. And I'm going to
ritual.
show her the ritual for the shaft of belated dissolution.
This is new. You've not...
It is new. I've seen it in action once before. I've had my eyes on it for a while. Desperate times call for desperate weapons. I think I'm ready.
Speaking of blood bags, I found a place we can procure more. It's a place called, and she pulls out an address, and she, if you look at it, it would say Lakeshore Hospital.
Perfect. Yeah, if we could get a steady supplier set up in this city too, that'd be good. Like I said, tomorrow's ritual might make me a little hungry. I don't want to go out like that. Go out into the night on an empty stomach, but
Are you all right?
this is good. You've been sister, you know you're invaluable to me, and I don't tell you that enough. Thank you again. Tomorrow you might get to witness something just what the faith can do.
She puts her hand on your your cheek. She kind of cups it a little bit with one hand. And she says, "Are you all right?"
I am. Things of everything here is new. You know our usual jobs. I go in, I get a list of people, I shorten that list. It's simple work, it's honest work, it's the Lord's work, but this whole mentoring and trying to help people that used to be like me, lost souls and whatnot, it's tough. But it's starting to get to me. I ain't as good at it as I am as killing our kind. But I'm learning. And I think this is the path I'm supposed to be on.
I worry for you. You look a bit
Pray
more,
for me, sister.
a bit more stressed in comparison to our old occupation.
Yeah, risking my life, killing powerful kindreds, a lot less stressful than dealing with fucking teenagers. Have you dealt with? Of course, you haven't dealt with teenagers. You look even older than you do now. It ain't easy, but well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give this a fair shot.
She nods her head. Are you... How's your investigation coming along?
Well, investigation. Yeah, that ain't... Right now, we're just waiting on the Camarilla. No, you know what? The Camarilla told us to work with the Tremere. That's how my investigation's going. Tremere. Yeah, that's what I said. And this new one they assigned to us, I don't know. She ain't bad on the eyes, but she's Tremere. So I'm trying to keep them out of it. If we could figure this out without their help, I think that's our best bet. They want to get a hold of, I'll gesture over to our sample. They want to get a hold of that stuff. I don't think that's a good idea. We can handle this on our own.
Will you... I remember you saying you were going to check out that other church. Do you want me to investigate that for you?
That would be a huge help. Thank you. Some more Thin Bloods went missing, some more students, so I might be pulled that direction. So anything you could find out about that church by the time I wake up would be great.
Anything else you'd like me to prepare for you?
Ritual, the church, keep our stuff safe. No, you could do it all. You're doing great.
She looks at you concerningly once again, but she lets go of the furrowed eyebrows as she nods and turns on her heels, begins to walk away. She throws you one last glance over the shoulder, mother-like, very concerned. And she just nods her head once again and exits out of your room.
All right, yeah, I'll do my nightly before bed prayers and call it a day.
Okay. And we see Toledo get in bed after, having this little talk with Sister Isidora. As he goes off to day slumber, as he awakens for the evening in your haven, is there anything in particular you'd like to do before?
Just throw a quick text to Bobby, and then I'll head over, I guess, to the school to try to figure out how we can arrange all these yahoos together and finish this investigation.
Sure. Yeah. Bobby texts you and says, my meeting is at 9.
Understood. Text me or call me if there's any problems.
Okay. Get a thumbs up. I imagine you prepare, you get dressed and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you walk out your door, you would notice that your Harley Davidson is parked outside, and there is a piece of paper sticking on it, like stuck to the handlebars or the handles.
I'll grab the note.
Piece of paper. There's an upside down smiley face.
I'm gonna immediately start the engine, see if it's make sure it's there and in working order.
Yeah, everything seems to be in working order.
I'm gonna move the Harley under my feet power and then hit the brakes on it just to make sure those are still working.
Everything seems to be in working order.
Fucking Malkavians. All right, I'll head over to the school, I guess.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll pause the scene there for Dom as he heads to school. Let's pick up with Mordecai as you awaken for the evening.
My corruption sense just went off. What happened? I had this amazing dream. No, kidding. Waking up hungry. The beast is like, see, she's out beasting you now. No. Wake up hungry. I will feed.
Sure. Yeah. You can.
It's the great thing about having my herd literally living in the same house as me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Is there a way that I can look for something different? Like as much as I like sanguine, and as much as I seem to basically subsist on sanguine, I'm wondering if there's like a melancholic or something a bit different. Sure. Yeah. Mechanically, how many dots of herd do you have? 3?
3, 4.
Yeah. If it's somewhere around there, you can choose your resonance per week.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you want to switch over to melancholic, you can quite easily do that.
I'll stick with sanguine for now, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Easily. You can easily just switch over anytime you want. But yeah, as you finish drinking perhaps a cup of bloodletted substance, what is it we see Mordecai do?
I called the cell phone.
Okay.
The package.
Okay. Okay. After feeding, you dial the number that Alexia has put in your phone. Scarlett, on the other line, you would feel the phone on your
rings.
Pocket rings. Temptations.
With the opening instrumental part of Temptation by the Tea Party.
I ignore it because I've got things to do.
Okay.
No.
Must not have foreseen it.
Mordecai, there is no answer on the other line.
That's all right. I will then just get myself ready. Maybe text to the others. Basically asking, so what's the itinerary?
Okay.
And,
Toledo, you receive this message, of course. But let's rewind time just a tiny bit because this might play into it. As you awaken, Toledo, you don't get hungrier. Yeah, you're in full control of the beast in this moment. What hunger are you at, Toledo? You're at 1, right? Okay, cool.
1.
Yeah. So the beast isn't gnawing at your throat right now. But as you awaken, as you look around, you would notice that there is a piece of paper on your desk.
I look at it.
As you look at it, there's an address listed, and the title at the very top, it says The Crystal Chapel. And it's more of not just a piece of paper, but it's more like a brochure. And it says there's all sorts of descriptions on it. But the most descriptive of all is where you oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but the Crystal Chapel, where you can ease your worries with pleasure.
Interesting. I'm just gonna tuck that in too with my normal hollowed out big like Bible thing. Tuck that in with some of my other notes to look at later. I don't know if that's the most pressing investigation with the other stuff right now. Or was it? Was this? I'm having trouble remembering out of game. This was the one we looked into because of Colin or because of
historically, this is where Colin, this is the very, very beginning when you first met Colin. He mentioned this chapel. He went there and he saw some things that he wasn't supposed to.
Right, that's what I thought for a second was Mordecai's place, was this other place. And yeah, that's where he was ran into this stuff. And, okay, actually, so yeah, we will be checking this place out then probably. Okay. Anything else, or is that?
No, it just seems like a brochure. And Sister Isidora did mention that she was going to check the place out. As you look around Toledo, you look down the hall, you go to her room, or you just knock on her. You don't go into her room because ladies, knock on her door. There's no answer.
I'm going to walk around, just talk to anyone else working there or whatever, and ask if last time I saw Sister Isidora.
Yeah, as you go upstairs, you notice that Minister Thomas is having his own little prayer held with, some of the younger people here. But as you look around, you don't see Sister Isidora anywhere.
Yeah, I'll interrupt this thing. I'll apologize, but just walk up and sort of just wait 1 second. Sorry. Say 2 Hail Marys while we wait, and sort of pull him aside for a second. Have you seen Sister Isidora? She's not in her room.
Father Toledo, I saw her much earlier during the day, but she hasn't returned from her errands.
Okay, thanks, and I'm gone. I'm gonna go. I didn't actually go in her room, so I'll go to her room, and if it's unlocked, open the door.
Yeah, as you open the door, it's dark inside, and there seems to be nobody in here.
Was this brochure something I had before? So is this something that was already around? And I assume she went to the place and came back, or was this something that was already around and then she went to the place and hasn't come back from the place?
It seems as if she's the one. She probably left it here and, went to the place in order to tell you where she's going.
Got it.
It is as you contemplate on what things to do, how to move forward, you get a text message from Mordecai.
Fuck. Yeah, the ritual's gonna have to wait. I'll text him the address. Say, I'm going here. Sent sister to investigate. She hasn't returned. Very much not like her. I think this is where all the Colin trouble started. I'll send that in the group. I assume it was a group text. Yeah, I'll send that in the group text.
Okay. Mordecai, you received this text message. Dom, if you check your phone as you can't check your phone as you're riding the bike, unless you do it with one hand and check. You would all get this message, including you, Scarlett, if you bothered to check the phone.
I have a question. It's an iPhone, right?
It's a smartphone, yeah.
Sure.
Even
Touchscreen.
Boris, you're not a kid anymore. You need an adult phone.
But Mordecai or Dom, do you guys reply to Toledo? You guys just got an address listed there called the Crystal Chapel, which is located on the western side of the city.
So I send him a thumbs up.
Okay.
I'd probably only check after I got off the bike.
Mm-hmm,
so
we'll get to that.
Would I know the Crystal Chapel?
Roll your intelligence and streetwise.
Nice.
You might have heard of it, but we'll see how well you know this place, Mordecai, given the fact that you are in that kind of kinky BDSM scene.
I think I want to spend willpower on it. I really want to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll first.
See what the roll is. Yeah.
Remember that you can rouse the blood to increase your dice pool by 2, I believe.
Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
I'm literally living next to my herd, so
yeah. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a rouse check. Rouse. Then you can roll a 3d10. That is one success. You can also spend willpower to reroll up to 3 dice.
Let's do that too. Second. Oh, wait.
Might wanna get successes here.
Oh, wow! I am just not paying attention at all.
Now,
just
with one
nothing.
success, you might have heard of it, but you have your own spot. You don't really give a shit about other people's, so.
Let's go check the competition.
Okay. You would know that Dom is probably heading to the academy where Scarlett is. And I imagine you go in that direction, or do you go to Toledo?
Yeah, let's pick up our charge.
Okay. Toledo, where? What are you gonna do now? As
So I texted. What was everyone's response? Are they meeting me there? Scarlett hasn't responded at all.
Scarlett hasn't responded.
I'll text Dom. Say, Dom, can you pick up the girl? You'll be quickest. Mordecai, mind giving me a lift?
Eventually, when I get off the bike, I'll I guess thumbs up emoji, because that's the only one that, yeah, fuck it.
So Dom and I meet at the academy.
Guess that's the plan.
It'd probably be easiest if they were on their way to the academy.
Yeah,
I would just get a ride to the academy. We'll all meet there.
I mean, I could pick Toledo up, but then it would be like a fucking circus clown car with a motorcycle. I'd be balancing them on my shoulder, trying to ride down the street.
No, I'll just get a ride share or whatever to the academy. We'll reconvene there.
Sure. Yeah. And we'll fast forward just a tiny bit here for all of you to convene at the academy. Coincidentally, you guys make it there before 9:00, all of you, after getting ready and whatnot. But yeah, you all get to the academy. You see each other in the parking lot. Dom and Mordecai, as you guys step out of your vehicles, you would notice that Toledo there's a concerned look on his face. He's got something going on.
Mordecai, do you mind? Wait, do I know Scarlett has a phone? I'm assuming you're going to tell me Scarlett has a phone. Or you're not going to?
She would probably be in the group chat, though, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she'd show up as a...
So you would have included a new number in there. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now that Princess has a phone, will someone call her and tell her to come out so she could save her reputation before one of us literally drags her ass out?
I tried.
I would do it, but I would...
Yeah, it's
Dom, you want to drag her ass out?
Yeah, Dom is already moving up the stairs as soon as Toledo said it.
Yep. Okay, Scarlett.
Let's look at Mordecai. Better him than us.
I mean...
Yeah. Dom, you would probably find Scarlett perhaps talking to some people in the courtyard or something.
Okay.
Probably hanging out with the gangrel or Celia, most likely Celia. She's now got a communal bond with her. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up and be like, "Come on, we're going."
Okay. Do I need to bring anything?
Yourself?
Okay.
Scarlett, we have class.
Oh.
Quiet, you.
Well, fuck. How the fuck does this work? Do we need the permission from Miss Stewart or?
No.
It's just Celia, just tell them.
Yep.
Tell them the.
Come on.
I'm going with.
Do you want a letter from Hogwarts? Let's move.
Yeah, I'm just giving up. Like, Celia, just tell Miss Stewart what happened.
She's flabbergasted at this, but she remains there. She tries to reach out to you, but you were long gone before she can even do anything because Dawn probably just pulled you away in a hurry. Eventually, the four of you reconvene at the parking lot, and I will leave the scene to the four of you once again.
It was less dragon than I thought there was going to be.
I pull out
That's
the
because
phone.
Miss Stewart's inside.
Smartphone. Mr. Mordecai, I don't trust smartphones like this. It's easy to hack. Is it possible to get one of those old Nokia phones with the button?
It's because that phone is a burner as well.
But I don't trust smartphones. There's bad. And I have no idea how the fuck to use it.
You want to use a Nokia and triple tap your
Yes.
Q button every time you want to see?
Yes. At least I can type while, not looking at somebody. I can reply or send an SOS. You cannot do that with a smartphone.
Leo, composure and awareness. Composure and insight. You can add +2 to it.
Why?
Yes. Oh God, I'm gonna find out.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, thank God.
Oh God,
Rouse the blood, buddy. Rouse the blood.
no.
Willpower.
No.
This is a bestial failure.
I didn't get a 1 on my beast dice. It's a regular
Yeah,
failure.
it's just a regular fail, I think.
Oh, it's a regular. Okay, sorry. There's, well, even if you fail this, you can't help but feel anxious.
This place gives me the creeps too.
Was this just a roll to keep my cool during this, or is this?
This is she's your retainer, and there is
Okay. Just making sure I'm gonna react the appropriate way. So I was already probably getting ready to react. Yeah, with this, Toledo just starts his prayer, starts his ritual, takes a dagger, cuts himself in the arm, starts bleeding everywhere, but then holding his arm out and willing the blood down his arm to begin forming a blade.
Okay.
Is he bringing out a blade?
Dom, last time he did this, he tried to
Dom.
kill us.
Yeah, hiding behind Dom.
Last time he did this, he tried to kill us.
I don't want to have my head
I don't get
chopped off.
hungrier.
excellent.
Hey, Padre, what you doing?
Once that's done, I'll look at it. If I hear one more fucking word about your phone before we get Sister Isidora back. You saw before, right? You see sometimes I have a temper. Usually I'm pretty cool. We're getting real close to not cool territory, and I don't want to have to show you who the baddest bee in this hive is. We're on a mission now. We're in serious mode. None of this woe is me fledgling shit. We need to go take care of some potentially very bad, very dangerous people, and I need to know your head's in the right spot, Missy. Dom, I know's good. Mordecai, I ain't never seen him flustered, so I ain't worried about him. I'm worrying about you. if you fuck this up for me or her, I promise you, we'll be judged. We'll leave it at that. You understand?
Are you threatening me?
Absolutely. You understand.
I just stare back. And then after like a long while, I just say, I understand. And then I crush my phone. No more talks about phones then.
Good.
I mean, that's what.
Mordecai, do you know anything about this place we're going to?
No, I've heard of it, but I don't. I generally don't mess with other people's rhubarb.
All I know about this place is Colin fucked around at this place, and then you saw what happened to Colin. I wouldn't be surprised if this is this focal point for all this crazy shit's connected. The drugs, the fucking Malkavian on the roof.
So what does this have to do with Sister Isidora?
I sent her to investigate, and she did not return. Sister Isidora is very good at investigating, which means if she did not return, something very serious is happening there. Very capable people are operating there. If something happened to her, I would advise exiting in an area I am in. I'm not sure I will be held reliable for what happens or responsible, but I'm hoping with your help, friends, we can get to the bottom of this. I will get my friend back, and we will all find something to help clear our names and be off the Camarilla shit list, at least for tonight.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm going with them. I do not want
Apparently
to be in the
she's
same
going.
area. I don't want to be in the same car as Toledo.
Fair.
Miss Leanne, I think you should stick with
Scarlett.
Mordecai. Your talents complement each other quite well. Me and Dom's talents complement each other quite well.
Too late. I'm already putting on the.
No, it's not too late.
Car's
I'm
moving.
letting
Let's
you
go.
know.
Really, you're going to leave the two social who cannot fight together?
We're all
Let's go.
doing
Car's
this
moving.
together.
Let's go.
I assume this was happening in the car.
No,
Oh.
we're outside.
We're outside.
But she's putting on the helmet.
Already putting on the helmet.
Okay, yeah. We
Top
can
shot,
ride
Padre. Let's go.
separately.
Is there a way to make that limo a little less conspicuous? I'd suggest stopping a couple blocks away.
Sure.
That's a good idea. We'll stop a few blocks away. I'll begin to scout. Our talkers can talk their way in. Me and you, Dom, if talking doesn't work, we know what to do.
Agreed. All right, so we're heading over
Team.
to a couple blocks away, I guess.
I'll drop you off. I will go in straight with the limo. It will look a lot less inconspicuous if I'm there on business. If nothing else,
Trust
I'm
you
a
know what you're
distraction
doing.
at the front door.
Sounds good to me.
Finally, something I'm good at.
Okay.
All right.
So it's still early in the night. It's around 9:30-ish. Well, actually just 9. Is there any preparations you guys like to do before heading to the Crystal Chapel, or are you guys just going straight there?
Straight there, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think we need anything.
Okay. Fast forwarding just a tiny bit, you guys would leave the downtown, the Bronzeville area, past the Lower West Side, and into the Western District of Chicago. You guys go further and further and further and further into it, past the commercial areas and the more run-down places. But eventually, you guys would come across a large chapel, not as large as the Trinity Chapel, but It is about 3 stories high from the towers you see. There's about 3 of them, 3 towers high. Each of these towers have tinted purple windows that seem to cascade a bit of light from the outside inwards. And on the outside of this place, you would see that there is, because you guys drove past the ghetto areas, there are some, dilapidated houses here and there. But you all would encounter a few, I guess, passerbys or some people who are just standing just idle in their own places. They're kind of wearing raggedy clothing, unkempt hair, all sorts of various individuals who just seem to belong to this place. This place is called Chicagoland. The reason for this is because it's very, very populated with street rats and criminals, but not as bad as the South Side. It's just that this place is more populated in comparison to the South Side of Chicago. This is the western end of the city after all. And as you go into it, you have a limousine, correct? A lot of people, every single person would turn their heads and watch and eye the vehicle suspiciously. Dom, you notice this very, very, immediately, as you're the one in the Harley Davidson, and they just, all eyes are on Mordecai. They almost want to move in that direction. And you've been in the streets for long enough. You know that you guys, if you roll up to a joint like this in a limousine, bad things are going to happen. But eventually you guys make your way to the chapel itself. You park about 2 or 3 blocks away. What do you do?
Drop him off.
There's, when I'm dropped off, there's a few rituals I'll be doing to prepare, including illuminate the trail of prey to see if and where Sister Isidora is. And then after obfuscating, I will be using, I'll save the other one. But I'll be doing that and then going invisible. So I need to do some rousing.
All right, let's see them rouse checks. Oh,
it's all coming up Toledo. Don't get hungry.
Here we go.
So yes, do the thing to see if her trail is anywhere near here.
Yeah.
With the...
Let's say her trail is green, a green thread that goes directly inside the chapel itself. You know that she took the same route as you guys did.
Perfect. And then, pop an obfuscate, unseen passage, silence of death. I will make my way to the front door and wait there for Mordecai and Scarlett to do their thing.
Okay. Dom, you park your Harley Davidson next to the limo, I assume, or do you just ride around some more and scope the place out?
I'd probably ride it right up.
Just go up to the chapel? Okay.
Yeah.
This wise, Dom?
No one ever accused me of being wise before. I suggest probably not starting now.
Right, all right. Mordecai, do you just seen Toledo in your car perform his own little rituals, and he walked out of, well, he popped unseen passage before he left. Is there anything you'd like to do, prepare?
No. Anything I need to do, I can turn on the fly. No, just drive up. Make it make an appearance of business.
Okay.
And make sure, tell the limousine driver, basically just keep driving around the block, keep the car moving, don't give anyone a chance to actually steal it.
Yeah, if you don't mind, all of you, please go roll your wits and awareness or wits and investigation. One success for Scarlett, 3 successes for Toledo. Awareness roll for Mordecai, 3. Okay, Dom, Mordecai. Dom and Mordecai, you guys notice, as mentioned before, Dom, you know what's going to happen here. You see lots and lots of these bums, street rats emerge from the shadows as they're all dressed in all sorts of tattered attires, hoodies, and they just look hella suspicious, and they just seem to be watching you guys from the alleyways and behind dumpsters and stuff like that. They seem to peek out from the distance, just observing you all, waiting for you guys to maybe fuck up or something. With your... Oh, go ahead.
Mordecai. I'm going to knock on the window.
Uh-huh.
You got a bankroll in there or something?
I have some funds. What's up?
I stick my hand in the window.
Pull out. I don't know. What do you need?
Money.
5 numbers? 4 numbers? What are we talking about?
3 numbers?
4, 5.
Hand him $500.
I take that, put it in my pocket, pull out 100 because I'm not a fucking dumbass.
Only
and then I point at one of the bums and I'm like, "You, come here."
The moment you do this, they all scurry away.
Ugh, fucking idiots. How reliable is your ghoul?
Reliable enough. Are there any of them in range that I can turn awe on them?
They all seem to keep a very good distance from you all. They're just peeking out, from the corners of the walls, behind dumpsters, behind, broken down houses and, cars. The road is relatively empty. It's dark and quiet for now.
Get out
Reliable enough that when we come out of there, we're not going to have the limo on blocks.
Or the
No, I'm going to drive him around.
motorcycle destroyed without an engine.
No, that was something different.
Oh,
Fucking Malkavians.
what's with you and Malkavians? What are Malkavians
I don't like them.
anyway?
They don't like me.
Okay. Toledo, with your 3 successes, I imagine that you're obfuscated right now. You're beginning to take a look. You have the edge here, element of surprise, and you following the trail. You would notice that the trail leads up to the front where Scarlett and Dom are standing, but it goes up to the very door, the double door, but she doesn't go inside from there. She turns around and she walks back through the steps, down the steps, turns the corner to the left and goes behind the Crystal Chapel.
I will follow that trail, texting the group of what I'm doing.
Okay. As you follow the trail, you eventually would come across to the back entrance of the Crystal Chapel. You see that the door there is shut tight. There are a few people outside, 2 or 3 individuals who seem to be just smoking cigarettes and just doing their own thing. They are dressed in raggedy clothing, but they don't seem to, they don't notice you because you're invisible.
Yeah, I'll just text. There's the back door. Couple hanging out here.
Should we head around
Get
back?
here ASAP.
Okay.
I'll take that as a yes. I'm assuming it was 2 different texts, so it's like couple back here, and then I'm like, should we go back? And then ASAP. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Like getting out of the motorcycle and removing the helmet. Wait, do I leave this here or like this?
Well, yeah, you ain't taking it with you, are you?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you guys doing this discreetly?
No. Mostly because Dom doesn't know the meaning of that word.
Somebody has to be the distraction, I guess.
Okay, Scarlett, are you gonna do this stealthily, or are you just gonna walk up with Dom?
I'll just walk up with Dom. Because I
Okay.
have no
Mordecai?
idea how the
Do
fuck
this.
this thing works.
Okay.
Doing
Mordecai,
this
what
in
are you
style then. I'm going to have her on my arm. We're around back?
Yeah, you guys are going around back. You don't have to go around the back. There's a front door area that's open.
Now Toledo needs help around back. Will you help him?
Yep.
I'd like to go with the back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go around back.
All right. As the three of you round the corner, you can't see Toledo unless you have Sense the Unseen, but you would see three individuals kind of talking amongst
I might as well
themselves.
turn that on.
Yeah, you probably should. Go ahead and roll your Sense the Unseen. And Toledo, go ahead and roll your Wits and Obfuscate, please. Three successes. Okay.
Do I
That's
have
not bad.
modifiers on that?
I don't think Sanguine gives you
No.
prospects. I think Melancholic does.
Potency?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think you get power bonuses. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see Toledo just fine. You don't see him clearly, but you can see his silhouette, and you know who he is. You've spent enough time seeing him in his obfuscate kind of visage. But yeah, the three of you around the corner, you see three individuals are just smoking, just chatting amongst themselves. They're all in raggedy clothing, look like bums. As you round the corner, you would see, right in the off-center area, there is a archway that has a wooden door on it that you probably can get in from.
It's like this place has termites too.
Looks
Like-
like it. I mean, probably large rats. And I glance at the bums.
As you all talk amongst yourselves, the three bums kind of look in your direction.
Gentlemen, I'm about to broaden your minds.
Hey man, how's it going? You got some
Well, three $20 bills.
Oh shit, man.
Gentlemen, I want you to go around front. Do not be seen. Do not let anyone see you, but watch the front door like hawks. I want you to tell me if anyone comes in or leaves. And there's one of these in it for you at the end of the night when you do.
Oh shit, man. Cool. So you just
And
want
one
us
to
to
each.
you want us to watch the front?
Just go watch the front.
Sweet, man. That's cool. He says as he kind of puts down the thing that they're smoking, and you would smell it immediately. It's marijuana. And he kind of takes the money, and he just lazily walks. All three of them lazily walk towards the front area, just laughing amongst themselves.
You realize they're probably not going to do
Yeah,
that,
they're
right?
not gonna do that.
I'm not worried about it. I just wanted them out of the way. Do your thing.
Is there any cameras around?
If you guys want to look for cameras, either roll your wits and larceny or resolve in larceny.
Larceny? Who has larceny?
Don't have any.
It's not a very high difficulty as you guys are in Chicagoland. Oh, damn. Toledo's focused. Yeah, with 3 successes. Well, he has rolled pretty decently. There's no cameras around. You look around to the tops of the buildings, the upper side of the walls. There are absolutely no cameras. Also, this is very poor area of Chicago, so you can't expect high technology stuff here.
Okay, do your thing then.
Everybody hates on the Bruja until the Bruja has to do Bruja shit.
Listen, I had bad experiences with Bruja.
I assume that's
I
for
don't
prowess.
hate
You
any
rolls
of
for prowess? Holy shit. All right, he's activated
That
his
is
death mode.
That is the prowess roll.
Oh god. So I assume, what do you do here, Dom? What are you gonna do? Go ahead and paint us a picture of how you get inside the building.
Well, yeah, I'm basically just muttering essentially what I just said. Like, everybody wants to fucking hate on the Bruja till the Bruja has to do Bruja shit. And then as I'm walking up to the door, and then I'm just gonna basically kick it off its hinges.
I was hoping for something a little more subtle, but okay. Let's go with that.
Yes, it's fine now. Too late.
Now they know we're here.
Yeah, as soon as the door exits the hinge, Toledo's just slipping in. He's not waiting.
Yeah.
Do you have celerity, Toledo? Not yet. Okay, not yet.
No, I was just waiting by the door. I knew where this was going. I saw Dom step up.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like Dom is just thinking like, you know, I'm not going to stand here and hold the door while somebody who I'm assuming is somewhere around here obfuscated slides in. I don't know how long it's going to take him, so it's like, fuck it, the door's going away.
Okay. As you walk in, since you're the first one there, and you're quickly moving, as you walk in, you would notice that immediately to your right is a hallway of some sort that leads into the main chapel area. Kind of reminds you of the Trinity Chapel, except this is much smaller. But as you begin to explore the place, you would see that there's a pedestal right in the center, very front, where people probably do their sermons, a podium, and on top of it there is a little a candle that's lit up inside a purple vase, which gives off a like a purple glow to the area. To the very, very center is an altar, which has more of these wax candles in these purple glasses that kind of emanate more of this purple color, giving a whole place a hue that reminds you of perhaps an amethyst of some sort. But as you walk around some more, it doesn't seem to be very populated. Some people you see two individuals here specifically. Both of them are kind of seated on the pews. One of them is just lounging around and perhaps asleep. One of them is just dazing, staring at the ceiling with a smile on his face.
I'm going to just follow the trail. And as we walk, now that we're inside, just run the blade across my hands, still obfuscated, coating the blade with some of my blood.
Okay.
Not getting hungry while doing it.
All right.
Dice
on fire. Okay. As you do, you notice that the green string that leads you into this place leads further down the hall, and you would notice that there is a staircase kind of deal that's spirals downwards.
Quick text. Stairs, end of the room. I'll head towards the stairs.
Okay. Further and further in. I imagine Scarlett, Mordecai, and Dom are just following. Okay.
Yep.
Since Toledo's leading the way, we'll go by his perspective. As you walk down, you would notice that there are torches here on the side of the stone walls, and it kind of draws you a little bit. Your beast kind of gets a little afraid of it, but you muster your control and you keep your mind on the investigation. You go further and further down the staircase. Eventually, you get to the sub-level area. Immediately, let's roll off of your 3 successes on your what do you call it? Your awareness. You would hear piano music being played. Piano or what's the church music? Whatever. Organ music. Yeah. It seems to echo from the chamber itself further down the hall. As you reach the landing, you would notice that there is a very large location. There are very, very many rooms here split up into 3 columns.
Where does the trail lead?
The trail, you see, splits as well, as if Sister Isidora explored everything here.
Is it possible to sort of walk through this area and see if it ever converges or if the trail picks up again past this area?
As you do, you might have to, keep following all the steps she took. But once again, you hear the organ music playing. As you approach a specific door, you would hear a woman screaming. a shrill shriek. Very, very short, shrill shriek.
Yeah, Toledo wouldn't be waiting for the silent entrance at this point. He's gonna. Oh, is the door open? He's gonna go to open the door if it is.
No, it's bound a closed door.
No, I mean, like, is it locked? He's gonna go to open the door.
Oh, if you jiggle it a little bit, it's closed. It seems to be locked.
Does that break him out of obfuscate?
Yeah, that definitely breaks him out of obfuscate.
Checking the handle?
If you interact with any objects for a prolonged period of time, it will break your obfuscate. But if you just touched it a little bit, no, it probably wouldn't.
That's fine either way. Yeah, I'm just gonna look towards Dom. If I suddenly appearing at the one door, I wouldn't jiggle it hard, just twisting the handle to see if it's locked. So I wouldn't alert who's on the other side. Seeing that it is locked, I'll just let it go and look at Dom. And stand back, sword ready to rush in there.
You hear a shrill shriek once again. All of you hear it now at this point as you follow Toledo.
Fuck.
Fucking termites.
I would re-pop obfuscate then at this point. That's okay.
Sure, yeah.
Rouse again, and if I could go invisible and get a surprise attack, that would be sweet.
Wow.
I don't get hungry.
Holy crap.
Making up for all of these sessions in this one when it counts.
When it counts.
Dom, I imagine you kick the door open once again.
Yeah. The entire door is basically, the entire door frame is probably just going to explode off of it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, as you rear back and use your the boot to just push it open, it crashes loudly as debris kind of falls up, and the dust of
destroy the building.
just kind of poofs in the air. And as you do, you would notice a faint purple glow inside once again, as you hear more screaming inside. As the dust kind of clears off, you would notice that this room has like a exotic carpet. There's a bed on the center, like a queen size bed. There's 2 couches on each side, some desks and flowery stuff there, and you would notice that right in the center are 2 women that are sort of they're pretty much naked, and there is a man in the center who is also naked, and one of the ladies is bouncing up and down on him.
Well,
they all have this shock expression as they just realize what just happened, and they're like they try to cover their bodies up as they say, "What the fuck?"
Really?
So as soon as the door went off the hinges, he would have rushed in again, probably just stopping before chopping the first person he saw. Luckily invisible, so they don't see the sword wielding cowboy next to them.
Yeah.
Is the trail in here?
No. Well, it did go inside, but it went
back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back out then.
What? You hear the woman just actually screaming, "Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!"
They're dragging, like, pulling.
Oh my god! You're all screaming now.
Termites.
Dom, let's go. Wrong room, I'm sorry.
As you notice, Mordecai, if you've noticed this, you would hear, you're the only one who's not inside the room, so you would also hear moaning and all sorts of noises that you've grown accustomed to in each of these rooms now.
So we're backing out. Are we doing anything with the door? I'm just putting it back up?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we're backing out of the door. She's out, so I'm going to basically sort of lift up the door, kind of maneuver it up. It's like, call me.
Drop his card, like, somewhere on the bed.
Okay. As you do, I imagine each of you would start exploring, opening doors and things like that. Some rooms are empty. Each of these rooms look a little identical. They seem to be like sex lounges of something. There's all sorts of posters of Kama Sutra, all, kind of plastered on the walls, all positions. There's books that are laid out open for all of you to see, naked pictures, things like that. Then that's what would occur to you, Toledo, that this is definitely the chapel, the place that Colin was talking about, but you're still focused. You still know that Sister Isidora is here somewhere.
She wouldn't like this. She would have died of a heart attack, maybe.
That's probably why she, went all around in groups here. She probably freaked out. But as you open more and more doors, you notice more naked people doing all sorts of things, compromising positions, things like that. But there's one specific room that one of you would encounter. As you open it, you would notice that each of these rooms, as you go further and further in, they get darker and darker, perhaps along the Mordecai's sense of scene. What you guys saw was pretty vanilla in comparison to other things. As you walk in, you would notice that there's whips and chains and all sorts of things hanging from the ceiling. You open another room, you would notice that there is a bed frame that is glued, pinned to the wall, and there's, men or women that's tied up to it, kind of, blindfolded. And Mordecai, you recognize this immediately, but there's one room that kind of stands out to one of you, Scarlett, especially Scarlett. As you notice, as you walk into
she's the freakiest one among all of us, really.
Very strange thing occurs to you. There's a person that is face down on a bed, fully clothed. She seems to be tied up. There's rope around her wrists and ankles, and there is a gag on her mouth, and she's blindfolded. She seems to be crying and struggling.
What does the person look like?
She has dark hair, and she has a very dark, black, modest dress on.
Oh God, it's the girl.
Would we recognize this as Sister Isidora?
No, it's the woman in the university, the friend of Pauline.
It's Catherine.
I approach, remove the blindfold and the gag.
You would notice that teardrops are streaking down her face, and her hair is a mess, her makeup's all messed up, and you would notice that there are more bruises on her face now.
Consent, does she want to be here?
It's kind of hard to say the safe word with a gag in your mouth.
I ignored this talk and just try to remove all the restraints on her.
Fine.
What happened?
She is, without a roll, you can tell that she can't speak right now. She doesn't want to speak. She's just crying. There's a lot of pain in her muffled cries. She just wants to be by herself. She crawls up to a corner and she's shivering.
Find her some clothing.
She already has clothing, does she not?
Yeah, as you guys look at her clothing, it's all torn.
Yeah, I remove my Dom's
They're ripped
jacket
apart.
and just
Dom's
put
jacket's
it on
getting
top
around.
of her. I cover her up.
I'm just gonna make sure that nobody's around. That
Someone
try to,
will still be
attack
here.
us.
She was tied here.
Is there anything standing out in this room?
You would notice that the walls have blood on them, dried blood.
Splattered blood or any? Just
Splattered across. It's like someone got their face beat in here, clearly.
All right, let's get her out of here. Enough dawdling.
Yeah, I'll grab I'll try to not roughly grab her but firmly. Let's go. Let's get you out of here.
The moment you touch her, she slaps your hand as she kind of just shovels back into a corner, crying. You know that she's probably very, very traumatized. She doesn't even know who you guys are. It doesn't look like she recognizes you. But there is just a look of dullness and pain in her eyes that she doesn't want to go anywhere. She's just shriveled up in a corner.
Am I there as well, or did the trail lead elsewhere?
You know that the trail also went in here, but if you chose to follow the trail,
you guys go ahead. I will stay here and try to coach her away out.
But as I'm asking, would I have seen this room too, or
this one? You would have seen it. You would have seen this room.
Then I'll I can whisper without breaking it. I'll go next to her and I'll whisper, hoping she probably have a somewhat unique voice for Chicago. Catherine, this is Toledo. I know you can't see me, but my friend Scarlett here she's going to help you. We're here to help. We're gonna burn this whole fucking place down if we have to, but whoever did this to you, whoever did whatever they did to Colin, I'm here to make them pay.
She's grabbing at her hair at this moment while she's covering her ears with her palm as she's rocking back and forth.
At this point, she's hearing a disembodied voice telling her that we're going to burn the place down.
Yeah, she's probably thinking that she's hallucinating.
She's hearing a very familiar voice from someone that she trusts and went to seek him out at a church, yeah.
Go.
So I say what I say, so we'll see if it doesn't make her feel better, it doesn't make her feel better. But
right.
He'll say that and then keep going.
One of you two try to coax her out with presents or whatever.
I'll stay here. You guys go.
I'm going to walk out of the room, and then I'm going to kind of make sure that nobody can come up from the area we haven't investigated yet. Just to sort of clear a path so that she can, if she rabbits out of there, runs out, she can.
As you guys kind of emerge from the room and Scarlett stays in there, you would notice that some people are beginning to run away, all butt naked because of the commotion you guys are going through. You guys have pretty much opened most of the doors here, but we'll roll off your previous successes with your investigation. You would notice that there is another doorway that leads to a staircase, perhaps downwards to another sublevel.
If the trail leads that way, that's
trail
really
leads
good.
that way. Trail leads that way. Dom and Mordecai,
I'll
follow.
I'll just do another text to that stairway.
So Scarlett, you remain with Catherine? Okay. Toledo, as you burst through the door, you go down towards the another sub-level, you would notice that immediately you're bound to lucky and you smell vitae. You catch the whiff of it, and it smells rancid. You have Bloodhound? Do you have Bloodhounds? No, you don't have Bloodhound, do you? Okay, well, it smells rancid to you. It doesn't smell fresh, but you smell it in the air. As you go further and further and further down, you reach the landing to another door. You open it, and inside it is very dim. And once again, it is only lit up by a few candles spread across the chamber itself. On the ground, there is as you step through, you would notice a line of red that seems to form a circle around the chamber itself. As you walk further in, the candles kind of illuminate the place, and right in the center, you would see a woman kneeling on the ground. She seems to be wearing a sort of a purple-ish linen clothing sort of dress. Can't find the words to describe it, but her hair is long. She has golden, like a golden circlet around her forehead. She has gold hoop earrings. There's gold on her wrists, and she wears a golden necklace as well. Can't tell because she's, you're behind her, but she seems to be uttering a few words as she prays.
Do I recognize the prayer?
Intelligence and occult. For successes. The prayer seems to be in Latin.
Would I know enough for it to be common since I'm like Orthodox Catholic, maybe.
I'm trying to.
If it was like one of the very common prayers, maybe I'd recognize it. But
It's
if
not
it's
a
something
common
weird
prayer.
in Latin,
It's very strange. It's not a prayer that you've gotten familiar with. It's more of prayer. It's the way to describe it is it's in Latin, but it's a different variation of prayers. As she mutters these words, you would recognize some of them, but she then begins to speak another language, and then another language, and another language. The last thing you would hear are prayers in Arabic.
vaguely recognize some of that too. Where does the trail lead?
Here,
It stops in this room.
stops in this room.
Hmm.
What does my sense the unseen see? Everything.
Okay, Mordecai, if you're following Toledo, as you descend the actual staircase, you would notice everything on the walls begin to shine for you. There's illuminated circles, there's illuminated glyphs, there's illuminated sigils, and there's illuminated runes all around the stone walls. As you walk in, perhaps behind Toledo, the whole place is warded, as well as there's a lot of glyphs in the ceilings. And on the other side, at the very end of the room, there is another doorway. And from your sense the unseen, you could see that this door has lots of markings on it.
You would also probably see Toledo walk around to the front of this praying woman.
Okay. Toledo, as you
Don't
walk
touch
around.
anything, Toledo.
Oh,
This
if
whole
you say
place
that
is
out
set up.
loud, you say that out loud, the woman kind of lifts her head up for you, Toledo, to see, and you would see this individual. She's very, very beautiful. As mentioned, there is that purple attire and the gold, but as she stands up, you would see her fingers as so, and she begins to lift her head up. She stretches her neck a little bit as she says, "More visitors." She turns around, looks at you,
I'm gonna
Mordecai.
punch her.
Punch her?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give this a chance to not do anything against us.
Okay, go ahead and roll your strength and brawl.
Oh, but wait, there's more. I'm gonna rouse the blood for the
Oh my gosh.
for
We
the
already
big
roused it
hit.
for the scene.
Yeah, this is a different power.
Oh, right.
Oh my god. You know, oh my god. Using a fist of Cain.
Are you just gonna obliterate the woman before she
Oh my
even...
gosh.
You know, punch a hole through this
Oh, okay.
fucking cult leader shit. Yeah.
I mean,
As he rushes forward, yeah, I would have to break obfuscate as Toledo would scream, "We're here for answers, Dom." But as he breaks obfuscate, he would have a sword raised to this woman.
Do you also want to take a just hit her?
No, we're here for answers, not to just kill her. So I'm not swinging at her. I had the sword pointed at her in a threatening manner to get her to talk, and I'm yelling this as Dom runs in with this.
Unless
Fist
Dom,
swinging.
well, he's already rolled, so with much of his might. How does this look like, Dom?
Yeah, she's gonna turn around probably to the left, and I'm just gonna basically just right underneath the chin, just
Okay, so you got 4 successes with Fist of Cain and Prowess.
yep.
So that's 4 automatic activated damage, plus 4 on Prowess. For she's
And it
immortal, she's
doesn't
dead.
have.
Official. It's not halved.
she's immortal, she's dead.
Her head
What does your sense the
immediately
unseen see?
snap, and she falls to the ground disgustingly as blood begins to ooze out from her twisted, broken neck. Her mouth is now just vomiting blood as she begins to twitch and whatnot. And she's spasming now on the ground, and she's pretty much, you guys would know that she's probably dying.
Probably.
Sword shifts from her to Dom. You stupid motherfucker. And I'll just kneel next to her. Is she dead, or do I think some blood might be able to keep her around?
As you look into her eyes, you would notice that there is a faint amethyst glow to it. Like a purple glow, as she says, This won't stop anything. As she begins to, spew out more blood from her mouth.
I'm tempted to embrace her.
Oh, Dom, you would know she's kindred.
Kindred already.
Dom, you know she's kindred.
Yeah.
I will switch to a stake then. I was like, let's put a plug in this one in case we get her to talk later and go to stake her.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she can't offer much resistance. Yeah.
Ow!
You stake this woman, and her heart stops. She stops spasming, and she just lays there,
You were saying?
lifeless.
Well, that went well.
It went worse. I don't know where to go from here. The trail ends in this room.
The option happened
Well, then
to be
she should
that
be here.
If I had allowed her to do her thing, we could have all ended up dead.
If you think one little Tremere would have killed us all.
This whole
Not as
room
tough
is
as you
warded
look.
to do something.
Yeah.
As you
Familiar
look
with
around
I'm
Toledo,
seeing
at
way
the very
too
end,
many words in this room.
the very end of the room, there is another doorway, and that you're drawn to it, Toledo.
That's got a lot of runes on it.
I might
They're
have
all
found
glowing.
something.
Is there anything in this room that could be used to like a large metal thing with a torch on it or something?
If only somebody
Just
had a big sword.
Tables covered in cloth and candles and stuff. It's very dimly lit, and all of these candles, mind you, are in these purple containers or glass containers. But Toledo, as you approach the door,
What's the tables made of?
wood.
I have a way to get around this. I'll stop short, open my book, take out a small mirror, say a prayer, and then just smash that mirror in my hand, holding on to one of the shards as I fade a little bit and use incorporeal passage.
All right.
And
All
I don't get on it.
right. Oh my gosh. Well, as you shift out of existence, as his visage becomes more ghost-like, as you pass through, go ahead and roll your
Well, I
resolve
would
and
want
composure.
to. I want to walk to the side of it since I
to
can
the
move
side of
through
it.
walls instead of going through the ward. I'm just gonna, assuming there's a room where that is, I'm just gonna move a few feet away from the ward, kind of gauge Mordecai to ask if I'm make sure I'm at a spot that's outside of it, since he can see it, and then just walk through the wall.
Mordecai, you would see that the whole wall is lined with these illuminated glyphs.
There's nowhere.
And
How?
so it's the whole thing. There's no spot that's
The whole
Whole
place is
thing.
warded.
How?
I don't
Even the
really
ceiling?
like being in here. The ceiling, the floor, the door, all around the walls.
I could go upstairs and fall through, but I
As
think
you
one way or
guys
another,
are-
let's just go for it.
As you guys are communicating between yourselves, you would hear door shut behind all of you as another close and close and close, and you hear the chamber final, the staircase, the metal door just close in on all of you, leaving you there, perhaps trapped.
How heavy is this wood? Like how hard of wood is it?
What do you mean, the door?
No, I mean the table.
The table? No, it's not very. You have potence 5, so you pick it up and throw it. Yeah, you can.
That's if the door is going to break when he throws it against the.
That's not the
table. Would probably break. Yeah.
And as you,
it's either the table goes through the door or she goes through the door.
Okay. As you pick up the table and throw it, we'll pause the scene there for the 3 of you.
Nice.
We'll jump back upstairs, rewinding time just a tiny bit before this whole commotion. Scarlett, you are with Catherine. Now she is rocking back and forth, cradling herself like a baby. The jacket is around her, tears are still flowing down her cheeks, and she doesn't know what to do.
I kneel down and then clap my hand in front of her to get her attention. Nothing.
She looks dull-faced. She doesn't react. She's just...
You know what? I just wrap the leather jacket around her and then grab her and then walk out of this area.
Okay. Pick her up quite easily. How much strength do you have?
I have three dots on strength.
If you have like 1 strength, you won't be able to pick her up. But yeah, with 3 strength, you easily pick her up. Perhaps a bit difficult, but you can. And as you do, you walk out of this room, you would notice that all the people around you are on these rooms. They're gone. As you begin making your way out, you would hear from the far end of the wall as one of the doors shuts close. And then as you turn towards the staircase where you guys emerge from, you would hear shuffling going down the stairs. Not upstairs, but down the stairs. Eventually, you would notice 1, 2, 3, 4 individuals in purple cloaks, kind of dressed in the same attire as Amethyst, the woman downstairs. And they all seem to be just they clasp their hands together as they kind of wait for your reaction. But eventually they part sideways for one individual to walk in. He seems to be wearing white linen. He's got long white hair. He's got scars on his face, and he's got this perverted smirk right across his mouth. You would notice this individual. Let me go ahead and pull him up on the screen. And he says, more toys to play with. I'm going to enjoy teaching you the ways of the Crystal Chapel. And we will end the session here as his presence begins to emanate from all around the room, and you feel it in your heart, Scarlett, that this might be the most dangerous situation you've ever been in.
Fucking go then. All right, that's it. Looks like we're fighting next session.
Yeah. So you're gonna get pretty intense, thank God.
I mean, we sort of fought this session.
Sort of. That was very one-sided.
Yeah,
you just crushed her jaw and and smash her into bits. But she's pretty much dead soon. There are three boys.
Mostly dead.
There are 3 boys trapped in some sort of warded prison, and Scarlett about to face off 5 cultists. I wonder what's gonna happen.
This is fun. Really?
I was wondering why you guys split up.
This is what happens when I try to help people. For fuck's
You
sake.
guys. Only
What?
one person split.
Yeah.
So you get for trying to be nice.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in today's session. Things are about to get extremely intense next session, but hopefully you guys will be there. But yeah, I'm your storyteller. Name's Lou. You can find me at Crescent's BTM, storytelling for these wonderful people.
Me again? Sorry, I never know which way to go. Mike, I played Mordecai. You can catch my cosplay pre-COVID activities at Canadian Captain America on Twitter, at CDN Cap America. I occasionally guest in the Vancouver by Night game, causing many shenanigans. I play in a Wednesday night D&D game, Dead Reckoning, where we have lots of pirates, lots of Arnie jokes. And we have another game upcoming probably on Fridays. Crossing your fingers. Soon. More to come.
I'm Steve. I am the storyteller for Vancouver by Night. You can head over there to check us out. Usually we do a quick Saturday type thing. We take over all of Saturdays. We start at 3 p.m. PST, and then we go straight to 9 p.m. PST. We start off on the Level Up Dice channel, so we do some dice pitching for that one, and then we go over to my own Vancouver by Night, and we pretty much do all day vampire. We're not doing that until next week, though. This week is only the 6 until 9 p.m. PST regular vampire game, where we get to see what happens when the coterie adopts a new Zemisi. I don't know what's going to happen there.
Good job.
I'm Bully. I run games and do stuff over at Table Goth. We are getting ready. Well, we just recorded and we'll be soon streaming our official run through of Cults of the Blood Gods, the scenario Sticks and Bones and that. That will be hosted by the Onyx Path Publishing. So you'll check us out over on their channel very soon. Otherwise, while you get ready for that, check out our YouTube. We got sweet vampire tutorials and other games there.
I am Rena playing Scarlett Lian. So usually we do have another chronicle, which is Midnights in Metro Manila every Saturday, 9 p.m. PST, usually after Vancouver. You can head over to my channel, which is here. Things are about to get heated and blood is going to be spilled next episode, so I'm super excited about this week's session. And hopefully Scarlett doesn't die in this one. I should make a new character. But yeah, if you want to check out some of the past episodes, it's all in my YouTube channel, which is down below in the panels. And I'm active in Twitter, so come follow me on Twitter at The Overlord. That said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been Call of the Abyss.
Just to add on, usually we on Vancouver by Night, we have a race between us and rolling these 20s, and we raid the other person, and then we raid the Overlord. So we just dump all of our viewers on the Overlord for Midnights in Metro Manila. It's great.
Yeah. Oh God.
Some sauce.
But yeah, again, guys, bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you next week.
Bye.